Hi, my name is Sarah Waldner, and I'm the group manager of product for the Create stage here at GitLab. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey into technology because, like many other people working in tech today, a booming industry, everyone's paths are different. If you're like me, you went to school when working in tech wasn't up on this pedestal or wasn't necessarily the coolest thing. And man, do I wish that I had a different mindset when I was in school. So I studied chemical engineering and I loved my degree. I love science. I love math. And the way I picked my degree was I knew I was going to study engineering. And I Googled the highest paying engineering uh, discipline, and chemical engineering was it. So off I went, 4 years. It was really challenging. And from my school, majority of the chemical engineers were funneled into oil and gas. So as soon as I graduated from college, I moved on to Houston, Texas. Well, in 2014, which for most people was the year that gas became really cheap in the United States, awesome for most people, except an aspiring chemical engineer trying to start her career in oil and gas. 2014 was a very challenging year for the oil and gas industry. It was very stressful at work, not knowing if I was going to have a job the next day, especially as a graduate engineer who had just begun. During that year, though, I did a lot of personal reflection on what was important to me in my career, as it was the first job I'd ever had, and there is no better teacher than experience. As much as you can depend upon your education to inform you on what you find interesting, it's really the job that is going to change your trajectory. So, during that time, as I was working on designing and installing infrastructure for offshore rigs in the Gulf of Mexico, I found that that was not my passion and took a bit of inspiration from my younger brother, who's a software developer, um, and decided that technology as an industry, more innovative, creative, bleeding edge, more flexible, sends you to cooler places in the world, was where I wanted to be. So I spent about 6 months doing my regular day job during the day, um, networking like crazy, and teaching myself how to code to be able to transition industries. Someone with no formal computer science background, that was very challenging for me. I managed to get a position as a Salesforce administrator at a telecommunications company. The job paid significantly less than my job in oil and gas, but I knew that it was going to be worth the sacrifice and investment as it was going to change my trajectory, and then I'd start to be able to build a career in the field I actually wanted to be in. So I took the pay cut. I became a Salesforce administrator at a telecom company and immersed myself in everything I could possibly learn about tech, obviously starting from the bottom of the stack as it was a telecom company, and worked my way up to be a database administrator and ultimately a developer at that company. Near the end of my time there, I found myself in a role in a team where I was helping the other engineers understand the business requirements for the projects that were asked of them and prioritizing them, which ultimately led to my spot in product management. So that's a little bit about my journey into technology. I would say it's not where I had expected to go upon graduation with a chemical engineering degree, but I'm so happy that I put the work into changing my trajectory because it has changed my life. There's no right or wrong way to go. I will say that if you didn't study computer science in school, you can certainly still make a career in tech. Thank you.